All right, we're back with an end of day report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger reports. Okay, so here's how the week is shaping up as we made it through Hump Day. This is what we're looking like. U.S. dollar index. You can take a look here, and you'll see that no matter what on this daily chart, the bulls are still completely in control of this market, meaning that the Fed is not letting the dollar get too weak. It's keeping it primarily above that 95 support line, not letting the market drop below that. That's not to say that it can't. It's just saying that every time the dollar pulls back or corrects a little bit, it gets bid right back up. So this is kind of reminiscent of the plunge protection team back in the day. Moving right along, take a look here at the Russell. You can see on this daily chart that the bulls are completely in control of this one. Oh, my bad. Thanks, man. I'm tired. It's been a long day going through a lot of things over here. And sorry about that. So here on the Russell, you'll see, as I was saying, the bulls are in control of this one. You had a nice rally off of the lows, but this is still a bearish pointer that hasn't been reconciled. So I think that the market's going to try to test that 2100 overhead area of resistance trend line, and it may fail around there, maybe not even make it to there, because as you can see here, this is a bear market rally. All right, this is a bear market. You're below the trend line, below Kumo cloud. So the trend is bearish on this one. Okay, this is problematic. You see the longer term perspective. The bears have been in control of this for a minute, for quite some time. We just now got this technical bounce, but we're not bullish. You don't see a green bull over here. You see the ticking time bomb symbol, which means we are trendless because this is a retracement rally off of the lows. Not saying that this is the low. It's just saying that the short-term low has been put in, and now we're rallying off of that perspective. That's all that's saying. Okay. Let me go back to the other chart. I've shown you the US dollar. Didn't know my screen wasn't on. So here's the dollar. You can see the bulls are clearly in control. Every time this market, corrects, like here in this region, or how it corrected here, it gets bid right back up. And like I said, this is reminiscent of the plunge protection team from back in the day. Whenever the Dow would fall, they'd come in and secure the market. All right, take a look here. This is silver futures. You can see here that, again, under this perspective, it's still bearish. All right, you were below the Kumo cloud and trend line for a minute. Market got back up, and now you're back into the trend line, and it's just not a lot going on here. You had a nice little updraft, about a buck and change from this support low right here. And the bears are still in control, though you're still in a corrective state. Nothing has changed yet. Not saying that it can't. I just think that the bears are ready to pile back on as you're in the Kumo cloud now, and you're moving sideways with a bearish perspective. So the bias is to the bears in silver right now. No matter what the gold and silver pundits are telling you on television, the charts are disagreeing. It's not saying that silver can't explode one day and go to the moon. All things are possible, but right now it's just not probable. It's not happening yet. All right. We'll know because we'll get one of these yellow arrows right here. That will be our primary rally alert. And as the trend develops and pulls back, then you'll get a green arrow letting you know, okay, this pullback is done. Time to add to your long position. If you have one, you're building a position, or it'll tell you if you missed the initial, this is your opportunity to get in now. Boom, there you go. Sometimes the market takes off and you don't get a chance. Like back here, it took off and you didn't get a chance. You had to wait. That pullback finally came, and then here was your chance here to get in. And then the market reversed itself, and the rest is history. So that's what you're waiting for when you're seeing situations like this. You're waiting for the opportunity. All right. Just want to point that out. All right, so next up, here's bonds. All right, you look at the chart with the bonds. So the Fed managed to really pump the bond prices up to artificially keep those yields artificially low. All right, so you had several chances to add to long positions. You had one here, you got another one right here, you got one right here, and then the trend said, okay, I'm over. Now it's time to get out of your long treasury positions and start shorting the treasuries because rates are going up. And look at this. The bears are in complete control. But this is a daily chart, not a weekly chart. So according to this right here, it looks like the bottom is now in. All right. Looks like the machine has been turned back on. The Fed is saying, can't let these rates get too out of control. Now we have a primary rally alert in TLT for tomorrow's trading. All right. So check your dashboard. Those of you who are pulse waivers, you know how we handle these. Just because you get a buy or sell signal, it doesn't mean you place a market order and get short or place a market order and get long. No, certain conditions have to be met and you follow the rules of the system, and then that's how you get in enter these trades. So tomorrow is a key day for the bonds, for TLT. All right, let's take a look at soybeans. Let's look at food. Look at food. You can look at this soybean chart and understand clearly that the cost of soy products are going up in your supermarket. We finally put in a bear market bottom here. This was done on November the 8th of 2021. And since then, we had this primary rally alert right here, and the market has gone straight up. Gave you a chance to get in if you missed the initial call. Market rolled up nicely for you for a bit, pulled back, gave people that were latecomers a chance to get in. If you missed the first and second call, and boom, the rest is history. And here we are, beans in the teens, flirting with $16 a bushel. That is more than that's more than, I can't believe I'm about to say this. That's 4 times the price. Soybeans has rallied 400% since 1999. 400%. This is what we call ridiculous. And this trend looks like it is not ready to stop. All right, taking a look now at your Dow. The Dow is pretty broken at this point. Look at your Dow. So, this is daily charts, not weekly charts. These are not weekly charts. Look at this super bearish pointer right here. The market tried to do something about the pointer several days in a row, and you got nothing. Look how wide the swings. All right, just wide, just wildness, just scaring people to death. Threatening to run stops. And now here it is here. But believe it or not, after all this nice, powerful bear market rallying, it's still a bear market. You're still in a bear market. You just had a rally off the low. You have a short-term bottom in, but this is not the bottom. This is a bearish pointer that will be taken out at some point in the near future. You know how the markets do with bear pointers. Main crash alert was here, and you haven't gotten another sell signal yet. The system's just been holding the shorts, moving stops, locking in profit. Now, if you missed this initial thrust, then you were like, okay, I'm waiting now for an opportunity to get in here, see if I can add, get into this thing and catch this next wave to the downside. Either that or you're on the sidelines waiting to see if this will go full bore and turn bullish, and this will be the low that is put in, and then the market takes off. But just remember, if you take off now too early, the crash is going to be worse because you got to come down here and do something about this bearish pointer. This is not a bad tick. This is a real day. You had 1,400 point swing, 1,400 point swing in the Dow on January 24th, 2022. Nothing you can do about that. It happened, done deal. If you missed the first thrust, you're just waiting for another signal to enter the market. Now, do people enter the market just based off of the trend and not an actual signal like here? This is your primary signals, green and red, or your secondary signals. This here didn't really give it to you. You're waiting. If you miss this initial thrust, you're just waiting to see what the market's going to do at this point. But the Dow is just not giving it to you. All right. You wouldn't want to go in and I'm just gonna roll the dice into short right here. You don't have a signal to do that. This is still in a retracement mode. Until you lock back into the downside, you wait and get your signal. All right. It's always better to wait for your signals. Just be patient if you missed this Dow thrust. Don't be anxious. Even for my long only people who only buy stocks, you don't like shorting stocks, you just buy them, or you just buy cryptos, you don't short cryptos, you just want to know, when do I buy again? Well, you're gonna have to wait till you get some buy signals. That's what you're gonna have to do. And right now you don't have one in the Dow. I'm so sorry I have to tell you that. All right, here is the euro dollar. Now the euro dollar is another interesting chart, very interesting chart. Take a look. You had a crash alert sell signal here on May the 26th of 2021. You have not had another signal since. You have not had one since. It's just been short. You got in here and you just held on tight. Now, could you have rolled the dice and just jumped in at any point, any one of these days? Yeah, you could have. But it's always better if you get in when you get your signals and then you get in. Because what if you get in late, you got in on this bar right here. Then you had to set. Now, that means you're setting while the market's moving against you, waiting for it to go back down again, sweating because you jumped in here. Well, you should have jumped in back here. All right, then the market comes down, finally gets you in the money, only to come back up again. So if you're short here, you're sweating through this. You dig what I'm saying? Either you're sweating from here or you got stopped out. Chances are you probably got stopped out. See what I'm saying? So it's always better just to follow the rules of the system and wait till you get those signals. And if you don't have it or you missed a lot of stuff, you just have to wait and just be easy, like my man right here said. Just be easy until you get a signal. All right. Now I have made some very, very huge updates to the reports lately. You will notice a lot of things in those reports. I don't like to brag and boast and toot my own horn, but our PulseWave family, all of our subscribers, you guys, I hope you realize what you have. You have the greatest signal service on earth. I will put our service against any other service out there. You know how we do. You know how we get down. And I just made it even more easy for you with the updates that I've been constantly in the lab working on to make things easier for you. Where you can just turn it on, go to your dashboard, look for a buy sell signal, make a decision, and then go about your day. You don't have to be chained to a computer and looking at charts and tick charts and 1 minute charts and 5 minute. You don't have to do none of that stuff. All right. You just get in the market, hold overnight on your initial trade, unless the market does something stupid, like you have a bar that goes from here all the way up here, then of course you're going to take that profit. But barring that, pun intended, you put a trade on, wait till overnight, and then the next day you start popping your way through it, or use the recommended stops on the report, which are highly recommended to do so because it'll keep you in the trade longer as you're going with the trend. So if you got in here when you got this sell signal on May 26th, you would have got in and you would be just moving your stops to follow the trade, and you will be in a position to capture a lot of this. Okay. So that's how I designed it to be. Very easy, not complicated. I simplify everything for you. It's just how it is. Now, if you want to see where the primary signal was a little bit further. It was back here on January the 7th of 2021. So you got that initial sell signal back when the euro was at 123, and it blessed you because you was able to get in and get all this initial thrust, right? And those that still held because they say, "Oh, the system's there. I'm just gonna use the recommended stops. I'm just gonna hang in there." Then you got another chance to add to your position, and then look how the market blessed you and gave it all to you. See what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to ride through things. So if you got in here, then you see the market come all the way back up here on you, like, oh no, I've lost all this profit down here. I'm still in profit, but just only a little bit, man, or barely. I'll break even. Oh no, the system isn't working. Then all of a sudden you get this signal right here that says, it's time to add to that position. Or if you missed the initial one, get in now. And then look, you've been in this position for a year and the market just keeps giving you gifts. That's how the system works. I designed the system not to capture little 30-minute bars. No, I designed the system to capture trends, all of it. If the market's bearish, I want to get you in near the beginning and get you out near the top, and vice versa. That's how I designed it. All right. Next up, we got gold. We already looked at silver. Here's gold. All right. So gold right now isn't doing anything for you. You've been in a sideways market with a bearish bias. Like here was a sell signal. You got this nice downside production. This sell signal here gave you all this downside production. This sell signal here gave you all this downside production. And now the market is trying to decide if it's going to start trending again. You got this, you get these nice sell-offs, and then you get these bear market rallies off the low points, right? Not enough to change the trend, but just enough to keep the sideways with the bearish bias going. So if you're patient, you get your sell signals. You got one here, and one here, all three giving you nice downside production to make money. That's what it is, okay? That is what it is. I know, man. I'm sorry, dude. Like I said, it's been crazy. I've been working. I've been in the lab, man, trying to get things on and popping for you guys because I see the handwriting on the wall. And this is our year to make more money and profits in these markets than at any time in our history. And I just want everybody to be there tomorrow. In the markets, tomorrow the CPI, I believe, yes, that is correct. Big numbers they're waiting for. Same thing with jobless claims and stuff like that. You say, what up with the TLT spiking with 10-year auction today? Yeah, again, right now the market is divorced from the stuff that's happening in the physical world. It's really weird if you look at it. I've showed you before in the bond chart where you have your bonds. The bond price is falling through the floor, but your rates are still at zero. Now, in a real market that's operating correctly, that's not supposed to happen. But like you said, what's up with the spike in the auction today? That bond market is so controlled and regulated by the Fed. It's not even worth really analyzing outside of the charts themselves. It's just crazy. It is fantasy land. All right, let's wrap this up, man. We got two more charts. Okay, so here's crude oil. Crude oil right now has topped out. Right now, we got this primary sell signal, right? So for now, the rally is over for now. We got a short-term top. We'll see if the bears can really get this thing going right here, or are the bulls going to come in and defend. But as of right now, you just got a major sell signal. Now, the last major sell signal we got was back here on October 27th of 2021, and you got this nice downside production. Then when that stopped, you got your rally alert, secondary alert, tertiary alert, and then that was it. Now it's time to fall down. So that's what the market is doing. It's falling down. That's what you would expect for the market to do. So we'll see if they can defend or not. But this is what we're looking at right now. All right, Nasdaq 100. Here we go. All right. So you had this rally, this bear market rally, right off these lows. This bearish pointer was not taken out. Bulls defended, and the market is really struggling with the overhead trend line resistance. This is a secondary rally alert if you missed the initial and or want to add to this initial position. But just keep in mind your stops and popping your way through it. This overhead trend line resistance is a real resistance area for this NASDAQ. 15,000 is really a testing zone for the NASDAQ at this point. So, definitely pop your way through these trades and be mindful of what's going on, okay? You don't want to miss stuff. Oh, as far as the oil short, we did pull, the market dropped. I'll show you that. Pull that up right now. Here's your oil. Pull it back up. So as you can see here, this is the initial sell signal. Remember when I said I was looking to get in? It was based off of this sell signal right here, as you saw on your dashboard. And then the market dropped 2 points for you. So I went ahead and took an initial profit on it because I had some other things going on. I couldn't, babysit or watch it or pop my way through it. So I just went ahead and just got out. And I'm looking to re-enter if the conditions are met, as you'll see on your dashboard tonight. The reports are out, so you should see that tonight. Dude, it's about to be on and popping. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I work hard on these pulse waves. I do. I work real hard. I don't work 9 to 5. I work 24/7. And that's just how it is. Because my whole thing is making sure that, my peoples make money. That's what it's about, making as much money as you can. All right, last but not least, it's time for Bitcoin, then we're done. Here's Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin, as you can see here on this chart, has been all over the board, all over the place. All these colors looking like a rainbow on this. I know this is telling you just how wild and crazy the Bitcoin ride has been. Now, this is the futures chart we have up here. All right, so we'll start from here. So we had this, you got shy of 70,000, as you know, right? You already know that. Market topped out. You got your primary crash alert sell signal right there. Got your initial downside production. Got another sell signal to add on to the position or get in if you missed the initial thrust. Then you got a secondary warning saying another sell-off is coming. You're going to definitely want to get in and do what you got to do. And then you got this incredible drop right here. And as it dropped, it was like, okay, y'all, we're not playing. Bitcoin is going lower. Don't miss this next drop. It could be a Lulu. And what happened? The market said, okay, it's time to reverse temporarily. And you had this little rally off of this low right here. And then here was another primary sell signal saying, nope, this little dead cat bounce is over. And then look at the enormity of the drop. Along for another sell signal saying, get in now, last call for alcohol. And then the market proceeds just to collapse on you. Then it's okay. All right, bears, we had fun. It's over. You dropped from 70,000 down to 35,000. Can't be greedy. Let's go ahead and reverse course. You got that primary rally alert here on January 28th of this year. Market proceeded to pop up, pull back a little bit, gave you a second opportunity to get long. If you missed all the shorting and you're wait because you're a long only guy and you're just waiting for a buying opportunity, this one right here was too short lived. You made money, but now you're waiting. Well, you got one here, you got another one here, and then here's the Bitcoin hitting the overhead trend line resistance area and now kind of moving a little bit sideways. Going to see if we can make another push to get to the bottom of the Kumo cloud. That puts you back around the 50,000 mark. So if you are long, you took these two long signals right here, you are long the Bitcoin, you should start popping your way through it and or using the recommended stops on the report. All right, so this is what it is, man. Yeah, I had to change the color coding to make things a lot more easy to see. Yellow arrows are your primary buy and sell signals, followed by your secondary buy and sell signals. Green, obviously, for buying. Red, obviously, for selling. Just makes it easier for you to see what's on the screen. Black bars, that's your bear market, your bearish bias in the market. Blue bars are your bull market, bullish bias in the market. Obviously, you're not selling on blue bars and you're not buying red bars. It's just not what you do. You don't try to second guess. You wait to get the clear signal and then you make your trade. That's how you do it. All right, I'm out of here, man. I gotta run, but you know what to do. Smash that like button. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.